Hello everyone and welcome to Noah's Book Club with me, Estella, and my little one Noah. Say hello, Noah! For today's story time with Noah, we are going to be reading
Wanted,
fascinating
Ralfy,
book.
Rabbit,
Oh my gosh, this
Book
book is so
Burglar
interesting.
by
It's
Emily
called
MacKenzie.
Wanted. I hope you enjoy it.
Some rabbits dreamed of lettuces and carrots. Others dreamed of flowering meadows and juicy dandelions. But Ralfy was a little bit different. Ralfy dreamed about books. In fact, he didn't just dream about them. He wanted to read all the time. He made lists of all the books he had read and gave them carrot ratings. He made lists of all the books he wanted to read and placed them in category order. He even made lists of the books to recommend to his family and friends. Ralfy loved to learn new words. He loved the smell of books and the sound of the pages flicking. He loved getting lost in stories, pretending he was the captain of a pirate ship or an intrepid jungle explorer. Yes, Ralfy loved books. So much that he started creeping into people's bedrooms and reading their books while they were sleeping. And then one thing led to another. Ralfy didn't just read the books, he took them home. He crept off with comics and cookbooks, dashed away with dictionaries, nabbed novels and pinched poetry. Ralfy had more books to read than ever before, and he was very pleased with himself. Arthur loved reading too. He had shelves buckling with fairy tales and bookcases bursting with picture books. So when gaps started to appear, along with half-eaten carrots and soggy lettuce leaves, and his favourite book, The Biggest Book of Monsters Ever, went missing, Arthur noticed. Someone was taking Arthur's books. It was time to find out who. Arthur assembled his special surveillance kit. Then, with Teddy to keep him company, he sat in the dark and waited. And waited. Soon he heard a rustle. Arthur frantically rummaged for his camera and his binoculars. He shone his torch into the dark corners of his room, and that's when he spotted Ralfy. "Stop! Come back here, you little bunny book thief!" Arthur cried. But it was too late. Arthur was furious. He told his mum, but she just laughed. "A bunny book thief? Arthur, I think your imagination is running wild." He told his teacher, but she just said, "Arthur, I want you to go away and have a long, hard think about what you are saying." What could Arthur do? That rascally rabbit had taken his favourite book of all time, and no one believed him. There was only one thing for it. Arthur called his local police station. "A bunny book thief, you say? Well, fancy that. Was there anything unusual about this rabbit? Can you give me a description?" said PC Puddle, sniggering. "Well, he was brown," said Arthur, "with a fluffy white tail. Oh, and he was wearing a T-shirt that said, 'I love books.'" With that, PC Puddle laughed out loud. Well, I'll let you know if we discover anything, he snorted. That night, Arthur felt fed up. He went to bed without a story, and he hardly slept at all. Meanwhile, Ralfy had found another house with plenty of books to pinch. But this time, Ralfy was in big trouble. He had burrowed up into PC Puddle's house. Well, what have we here? Said PC Puddle. Could it be a little bunny book thief? Arthur was right all along. PC Puddle called Arthur straight away and told him he had caught the culprit red-handed. Please come to the police station first thing tomorrow to identify your bunny book thief, he said. Easy, thought Arthur. There can't be many rabbits who wear I Love Books t-shirts. But he was wrong. Arthur had never seen so many rabbits, and they were all wearing them. Oh, this was going to be harder than he thought. But then PC Puddle pressed a big red button. An alarm bell rang and bring, bring. A conveyor belt of goodies started moving in front of them. The bunny line up as lettuce leaves, carrots, apples and dandelions whizzed by. All the rabbits began to feast, except for one. Ralfy just wasn't interested until a very special treat passed by. Ralfy couldn't resist. In a frenzy, he started flicking through a pile of books. Aha! Gotcha! Said PC Puddle. You are in big trouble. I'm sorry, stammered Ralfy. I just can't get enough of books. Well, you mustn't just go around stealing them, said PC Puddle. You'll have to put them all back. Suddenly, Arthur began to feel sorry for Ralfy. After all, it was only because he loved books so much that he managed to get himself into all this trouble. If you want lots and lots of books to borrow, said Arthur, I know exactly where you can get them. The library. Ralfy and Arthur are best book buddies now and love reading together whenever they can. And they, especially Ralfy, always take the books back. The library is their favourite place. Psst! The next time you pop into your local library, be on the lookout. You might, just might, spot Ralfy and Arthur reading there too.
Wow, what an amazing book! So full of adventure. I'd definitely give that book a 5 out of 5 carrot rating. I don't know about you. Anyway, let's move on to question time. Our first question is, what was the name of Arthur's favourite book? He had a favourite book that went missing. Can you remember what it's called? Our second question is, what was in Arthur's surveillance kit? Can you remember everything that he assembled? And our final question is, why was Ralfy different from all the other rabbits? And I must apologise because I've been calling him Ralfy, but his name is Ralfy. And finally, our word of the day is... And our word is surveillance. Surveillance, that's quite a big one. What does surveillance mean? thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, if you want to be a member of Noah's Book Club, it's very simple. All you have to do is like this video, press the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and share this video with your friends. We'll see you next time at Noah's Book Club for another session of story time with Noah. See you soon.